Alright, I made this video to help you with the video project. You were given 2 points, similar to this. This is not the same points. We went over this in class and I showed you and had you write down notes step by step what to do. So here's a video to kind of help demonstrate that. You don't have, first thing you want to do is you want to put it in a point slope form. There's no slope, so you got to find a slope. So you label this x1, y1, x2, y. It's supposed to be y2, but I can't get the thing to write up there. Alright, so this is y2. So we got to find the slope first. So the slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We did this in class. Okay, so you plug them in. This is where you're messing up. So my y2, which is up here, is 4. Don't forget the minus. You got to put a minus here. My y1 is a negative 2. I'm going to put it a separate color just so you can see it. See the negative 2? Alright, then the bottom part, x2, is negative 6 minus, see the little minus there? You're supposed to put the minus, and there it is right there. So hopefully you can see that. And then my x1 is 3. Alright, now if you write this, pay attention to this, you'll see this. Two negatives make a positive, so plus 4 plus 2. And this one, that's a negative 6 and a negative 3. They're not together like these two. These two are side by side, so they make this guy into a plus. So this is going to be negative 9. So my slope is 6 over 9, which makes it a negative 6 ninths. Now, my slope is a negative 6 ninths. It makes it easier if you can check to see if you have to reduce it. If you can reduce it, then reduce it. This one, I can divide both of these by 3. So it gives me a negative 2/3. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. So my slope is a negative 2/3. And I'm going to write it up here. Slope is a negative 2/3. That's how I got my slope. Many people are, or many of y'all are doing the slope wrong. If you can get the slope right, then you will do well. Alright, so now we're going to use the point slope form. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Alright, so I pick a point. It doesn't matter which one I pick. I don't have to do both. I only have to do one. And so I'm going to pick, and I'm going to say 3, negative 2. So I'll use that one. This will be my x, and this will be my y. Now remember, these are ones. So then y minus my y1's a negative 2 equals, my slope is a negative 2/3, x minus, and it's 3. Remember, we cleaned up. So 2 negatives here make a positive 2. This is negative 2/3. This is x minus 3. Alright, now I have to distribute. Because this guy here is being multiplied to the parentheses, I've got to multiply this to that. So I'm going to erase this so we can see this better. So I multiply this to this, I get a negative 2/3 x. Now I multiply negative 2/3 to a negative 3. That's like saying this. Look over here. Negative 2/3 times a negative 3, put a 1 underneath it. Multiply straight across. A negative 2 times a negative 3 is a positive 6. 3 times 1 is 3. So my slope is, my number is 2. And it's positive, so it's positive 2. My other one will stay the side, will others stay the same. Now, all I have to do is I can subtract 2 to both sides because I'm trying to get it in slope-intercept form. In this case, I have y equals a negative 2/3 x, and this ends up being 0, so the problem ends up being like that anyway. Alright, so now I want to put this in standard form. Standard form is ax plus by equals c. Alright, I have to move my negative 2/3 x over. So I'm going to add 2/3 to 2/3 x to both sides. When I do this, I get 2/3 x plus y equals 0 because this becomes 0. Now I need to look at this. So we have 2/3 x plus y equals 0. Alright, so I can't, my a, that's the number in front of x, can't be a negative. This is no, can't be a negative, can't be a fraction, like 2/3. Ours is 2/3, so we can't have a fraction. It's not a negative, so we don't have to do anything. If it was a negative, then we would change all of the signs to their opposite. But because this one is not negative, we leave everything alone. This is, however, has a fraction, so we take the denominator right there, and we're going to multiply it by to everything on the top, so otherwise to everything. 2 times 3 is 6 over 3x, plus 3 times y is 3y, and then 0 times 3 is 0. How many times does 6 get divided by 3? Well, it should be 2x plus 3y equals 0. And that's exactly how we do this video.